What if, tonight, as you drift into sleep, you awaken not in your room, not in your city, not in this modern age, but in a place whispered about for centuries, a land of marble palaces, glowing crystals, golden temples, and knowledge far beyond anything we know today. You open your eyes, and you are in Atlantis. Not a myth, not a story, but a living, breathing world. And for a brief moment, you are one of them. The first light of dawn washes across the great city. From the balcony of your home, you see white stone towers catching the sun's glow, their tips sparkling like stars fallen to earth. Circular canals weave through the city like veins of silver, carrying ships filled with fruits, fabrics, and spices from distant lands. The air is soft, filled with the scent of ocean salt, wildflowers, and burning incense. From the distance, a low hum drifts from the temples, music not for entertainment, but for harmony. Atlanteans believe that sound itself keeps the world in balance. You are no ruler, no priest of the great temples. You are simply a citizen. Yet even as an ordinary soul, life here feels extraordinary. Your day begins with ritual. Before work, before food, every Atlantean greets the cosmos. You kneel before a crystal tablet, tracing your hand along symbols of the stars. To you, mathematics and astronomy are not subjects in dusty books. They are sacred languages. Children gather in open halls where teachers guide them through geometry and celestial maps. Young minds learn to read the heavens not only to measure time, but to understand life itself. The streets are alive with movement. Merchants display baskets of figs, pomegranates, and shining seashells. Builders carve white stone blocks, raising new towers with precision that seems almost impossible. And everywhere you look, nature and city are one. Trees line the canals, birds nest atop domes, and gardens hang from rooftops. Harmony is not an idea here. It is the law of living. Legends. Say the Atlanteans commanded technologies that would seem like magic to us. And now, standing among them, you see it with your own eyes. In the great central temple, crystals taller than men hum with a faint blue glow. They are not decorations. They are the heart of the city. Priests explain that these crystals draw energy from the earth itself, vibrations, light, and heat transformed into power. Healing halls are filled with the sick, yet no one suffers long. Crystals are placed upon their bodies, light passing through them like water through glass. Within hours, pain fades, wounds close. Above, ships shaped like silver birds drift silently in the air, gliding from one district to another. Not sails, not oars, but some force unseen moves them. And yet the Atlanteans do not see this as wonder. To them, it is normal life. To live here is to breathe knowledge as naturally as air. Evenings are sacred. As the sun sinks, the city gathers. On the Grand Plaza, people sit in circles, chanting words that rise like waves. Fires burn in golden braziers, while priests mark the stars above. Marriage, birth, even trade agreements, everything begins with ritual. For Atlanteans, spirit and matter are inseparable. The cosmos is not distant. It is here, woven into every street, every stone, every life. You begin to feel it too, the rhythm of their world, the weight of belonging to something greater. But beneath this harmony, shadows begin to stir. At the edges of the city, whispers grow. Some rulers, once humble, now hunger for power. The temples argue over who should control the crystals. Merchants begin to demand more gold, more wealth. Soldiers are trained not just to protect, but to conquer. The balance that once defined Atlantis trembles, and you feel it. One night, you hear a conversation in the marketplace. They say the priests of the Northern Temple want to use the crystals for war, one man whispers. War? Against who? not against anyone, to rule everyone. A silence follows, heavier than stone. The skies begin to change. At first, it is subtle, storms heavier than usual, tides rising higher than memory recalls. Farmers complain of crops failing. Hunters return empty-handed. The city still glitters, but you notice fear in the faces of your neighbors. Priests argue in the temples, rulers clash in their halls, and yet life continues. People laugh, eat, build. Children still play by the canals. Hope still lingers. But deep inside, you sense the storm building, waiting. One night, the earth trembles. Not the soft shakes you felt before, but a roar that splits the ground. Statues topple. Towers crack. The great crystal in the temple hums louder than ever, its light turning wild and unstable. People flood the streets, crying, praying, running. From the sea, a sound rises. Not the gentle waves, but something deeper, angrier. The ocean begins to rise. Walls of water move toward the city, swallowing ships, smashing stone. The once glorious streets you walked, the markets you loved, the temples that hummed with harmony, all fall beneath the weight of the flood. And in that moment, standing among the chaos, you realize you are witnessing the end. Some flee. Small. Ships vanish into the night, carrying survivors who will scatter to distant lands. They will tell fragments of the story, passing it down as legend. Others remain, standing frozen as the waters swallow their world. For them, Atlantis is not just home. It is life itself. To lose it is to lose everything. And you? Do you run, clutching a fragment of crystal to keep the memory alive? Or do you stand with your people, watching as centuries of glory sink beneath the waves? The choice lingers in your heart, even as the sea takes the city. Silence. Only the sea remains. Atlantis, once a beacon of wisdom, harmony, and beauty, is gone. Yet, not everything is lost. In your memory, you still hear the chants of the people, see the glow of the crystals, feel the balance they once held. And perhaps, deep within us all, Atlantis never truly died. Maybe its wisdom lives in the stories we tell, the dreams we chase, the longing we feel for a world where spirit and matter, nature and city, human and cosmos, move as one. So what if you lived in the lost civilization of Atlantis? Perhaps, in some way, we all still do. If this journey through the lost world of Atlantis touched your imagination, don't let it end here. Subscribe to our channel for more stories of ancient mysteries, forgotten civilizations, and hidden truths waiting to be rediscovered. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Do you believe Atlantis was real or just a legend? And if this story inspired you, give the video a like so more explorers just like you can find it. Together, we keep the memory of Atlantis alive.